Good morning. I thought we were having a hiccup there for a moment. All right, we need to work on this angle. All right. Good morning, everyone. Boy, I'm really loving this sleeping in. I'm not gonna lie. What side is that on? I love it. I got all excited, I almost choked. Hi, Rhonda. Good morning. Good morning, Sonia. Girl, your eyeshadow yesterday, I think, was freaking amazing. I miss your face, Rhonda. I love your new hair. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Celeste. If you guys are tuning in, feel free to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Also, feel free to hit that share button because sharing is caring while I try to adjust this. I really got to work on this. Drives me insane because I feel like I'm covered up. Oh my gosh. I didn't even see you join there, blind child. Don't forget about the blind kid. He's here. Good morning, Heather. Oh my gosh. It is so nice to be able to get up in the morning. I never do this, and it's really horrible because we have a really gorgeous view. Well, I mean, it's eucalyptus trees, but it's beautiful. But this morning, I'm like, okay, I took a shower, and then I was hot, which never happens. I got hot, so I opened the front door and the fresh air and the birds chirping. I actually went and sat outside, not long because I always have to be doing something, but it was so nice just to stop and like breathe in our fresh air and to have my coffee and enjoy the birds chirping. Good morning, Rose. All right. Good morning, Christopher. All right, so today we're going to do another wake up to makeup just like I normally do, except there's sunlight, there's daylight out, it's not dark. And today's show, okay, I can't get used to, I have the camera on backwards, and I took a shower this morning, and I'm not doing my hair because I'm on spring break. So what we are going to do is I have a friend that is wanting foundation, and she needs more detailed instruction. So today's show is dedicated to Cassie Sandrini. I should send her an invite. Okay, let me see. There we go. Cassie. All right, there she is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. But what I did do last night, good morning, Mark. Mark, you will be thrilled to know I got a new addition for the wall. I am going to have to do some adjusting because I'm feeling it should go in this space. It's one of my favorite sayings to my kids every single morning for their entire lives when I wake them up. And my hubby actually found it, so it was pretty cool. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit because the first thing I always do, besides remove the glasses, oh, stop it. Can you zoom in? I can't see it. You're such a nerd. Okay, let's talk rose water. I use it every single morning, and I talk about how it's good for your skin. It's a great toner. Look, you can tell I did not take my mascara off well. And just the basics. So what I was doing last night when I couldn't sleep and I was scrolling through Pinterest, I found a graphic that gives some more detailed information. So rose water helps balance and tone the oily skin. So rose water is great, and I absolutely love it. And I need to order more. Okay. Susan Cools dry and sensitive skin. If you have a sunburn, it works great. tones and rejuvenates mature skin. Thank you. Helps reduce inflammation of skin from acne and or eczema. Helps heal sunburned skin. Helps heal cuts and wounds. Helps balance the pH of the skin. So that's an important one. Has a refreshing aroma and pleasant smell. And one thing that is just a little tip that is also great to use it for is when we were big with our mineral pigments, I used it with that because you can mix it and it would be like a wet liner application. Good morning. My mom made me do it. They did not like doing it all. How does it benefit you? Good morning, Miss Christine. Good morning, Kay. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Carmen. I am an Orange Status presenter with Unique. I am not a makeup artist. I'm just a girl who loves makeup and sharing the tips and tricks that I have learned along the way. So there you go. There's your little disclaimer. So we're finished with rose water. Now what I am going to do is get that little piece of lint out of my head, whatever that was. We're going to move on to the Instant Lifting Serum. I should have looked up some stuff on that because Instant Lifting Serum, because I am not able to remember all the details, people. It's just not going to happen in my life. The reason I am storing it upside down right now is because it will no longer pump out because I've used it. So what I like to do is I turn it upside down because this bad girl is expensive and I'm going to get every single drop that I can get out of that jar out of there. So let's look up some of this because I actually have time to be able to sit down and talk about the products. So here we go. Let's look at this one. Minimizes fine lines and wrinkles. Thank you very much. Especially this is what I call the Alvidrus 11 because it seems like the Alvidrus family tends to really get this line here, or maybe it's just me. Maybe I frown way too much. Good morning, Jude. Good morning, Laura. If you come on and you share this video, be sure to comment shared so I know you've shared it because sharing is caring. And it also helps me out. And then be sure that you comment shared so I know you've shared it. Because we have something called share benefits that go on in my VIP group. Okay, so minimizes fine lines and wrinkles in minutes. This stays activated for about 8 hours. Smoothing and lifting effect without the use of needles. Yeah, no thank you. Now, someone commented a while back about help with the bags under their eyes. So if you have bags underneath, then this would be a great product for you to use and help. I also like to put it over my upper lip because I want that lift. You've been too cheap to buy it. This is what you do, Laura. You have an online beauty bash and you earn it free and half off because that's where you can really get the discount. But you know, you and Kelly and I, we got you. So I love it. And I definitely feel, because I ran out for a while, this here definitely was more prominent. Like more prominent. I noticed a huge difference. I feel like my eyes are dark today. Maybe it's just because I'm not usually used to being in the natural light. Thank you for sharing, Rhonda. I cared, I shared. I love you ladies. Okay, this was designed to nurture your skin, protect it from future damage, and restore it from the signs of aging. It nourishes skin with vitamins A and C. Vitamin B3 helps promote healthier skin. So that is some great information. And what I love about all of our products, at least most of them that I have seen, is if you go to my website, beuniquebycarmen.com, say you're interested in this instant lifting serum, but you want to know what ingredients are in it. If you go to the website, click on face if you're looking for this product. And under each product, it has a fact sheet. And this is what our fact, I'm trying to hold it straight for you. This is what our fact sheet looks like. So it tells you the description of the product, it gives you the directions, and it tells you the ingredients and the benefits. So, and what I like is that it also tells you what it works well with. So if you're interested in that product and you want to know a more detailed description of what's in it, you definitely want to go to the website and check out that fact sheet. I absolutely love that we have that fact sheet in our back office because it's awesome. Okay, now let's see if we can get back out of here. That was weird. So there's more information on that. And then let me tell you something else. The rose water. Skincare also applies to men. And I have gotten messages from men be like, what can I do for the bags under my eyes? Rose water. Obviously, are you washing your face? You know, are you using the cleanser? An instant lifting serum. If you've got bags under your eyes, it's going to work for you. The moisturizer. Men need skincare too. Just saying. Okay? Because I have gotten those questions. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Brent. Just so happens there's 2 men that joined. How funny. Good morning, Monica. Okay, we're going to move on. Moving on. Let's talk. My next step is going to be primer. I'm going to look up because I know I have some on that too. Primer is huge. Here's the one thing that I've kind of was talking to a friend about yesterday is it's great for all skin types. Thank you for sharing, Christine. If you are super oily, you definitely want to be careful with what you use and what foundation you use. You have a pimple on your face, what are you to do? You are to wash your face every day because teenage hormones are a-coming. You've got to be sure to wash your face. If you guys haven't noticed, that's the student that I get to work with daily who has decided he's going to pop on and watch the Hammer do her makeup. So let's talk about benefits of primer. This is our Glorious Primer. I absolutely love it. I will even apply it when I'm not doing my makeup. But let's talk about the benefits. You only need about a pea size. So I just rub it on both fingers and I kind of spread the love. Good morning, Crystal. So it seals the pores, softens the skin. Like your skin, it's so soft. It's satiny, baby booty soft. Watch, I know. Rhonda, you know that kid. He's trouble. Hi, Crystal. Softens your skin. You will have smoother makeup. Won't clog the pores. Anti-aging ingredients. Boom, score. Makeup will stay on longer. It's lightweight and silky. That's the word I was using for silky. It's easy to apply. Makeup looks more vibrant. Lessens appearance of acne. Great for any skin type or color. Glorious Face Primer nourishes skin, goes on weightless, protects, polishes, and enhances youthful appearance. Who does not want that? Oh my gosh, will the rosewater deal with my crazy pimples? Sincerely, invested 6th grader. He's so funny. Okay, so today we're going to talk liquid foundation because I have a beautiful... Good morning, Kelly. Morning-ish. You are right, it is morning-ish. When choosing your foundation, no matter what you use, we have different products for your skin type. If you are oily, you want to go probably with a powder, and like the liquid foundation, you just want to be sure to use a pressed powder or the setting powder. If your skin type is combination to oily, The liquid foundation is going to be great for you. It's a medium to full, and it's a matte coverage. Dry to combination. Right now in the winter, my skin is very dry, so I have been using the BB cream. The BB cream is for dry to combination. It is a light to medium coverage. Now, if you're wanting more coverage with the BB cream, simply do a little BB brew and add yourself some concealer to that. You want to set it, if you want a matte finish, you want to set it with a setting powder because the BB cream has a dewy finish. If your skin type is dry, they recommend, or we recommend, the Touch Cream foundation. It's full, dewy. You want to use the primer and also use a powder for more full coverage. But it's right, it is morning-ish. You cannot mess with your sister this morning. Okay, let's talk about the liquid foundation. You can tell this right here that your product separates. That is normal. What you want to do is you want to be sure to lift up your dropper and empty the dropper. Each bottle contains about 400 drops. And if you use 4 to 5 drops of the liquid foundation, that's about 80 to 100 applications. I use, usually I think like 6, but you can also just judge on what you need. Usually, we have this amazing foundation brush, which is great. I'm thinking I'm gonna use this on half, and then I'm gonna use this on half because I personally really love the way this applies everything. But we're gonna use it and we're gonna try it. Okay, so you're just gonna suck it up in the dropper and then I'll show you. And the consistency is gonna be different. You may get one bottle that's more liquidy and then you may get another one that's a little more thick. It is gonna be a little bit different. So you can see it's just drops. All right. Kelly, when you use your liquid foundation, what do you prefer? I've got to look in the mirror here. All right, so we're going to do a drop there, drop there. Look at that. Good morning, Tanya. Okay, I'm just gonna put those there and then they will kind of run down and that's okay. Maybe we'll put another one there for good measure. All right, so I'm gonna use our foundation brush and I'm just gonna kind of brush it on. I know they say, you know, you can put it on your face. I think I always prefer to just put it right on my brush. I think that's what works best for me. But I don't know about you. I love learning and trying new things. So the one thing I did love that I read about this is it said to put it on and buff it in everywhere and then to come back a couple minutes later and buff it again. So there, so we put that side on with that. Now I'm gonna take my powder concealer brush that I adore and I'm gonna use it to brush on the rest. It definitely, I feel like it goes on a little bit different. All right. If there's anything you want to see, Anthony, no comment, be sure to comment in the comments. I know this, the foundation, why I'm talking a lot about it is because I did have someone that she is a young adult and, you know, she's finished with college. Her skin has definitely changed and she's looking for something that is going to work better for her skin. So this is what I can tell by applying with that. I definitely like the application better with the powder concealer brush. So I'm putting that one away. Now here's the great thing about, I only use 6 drops. If you feel, and I am looking just to even my skin tone. If you're looking for more coverage, then you can use more application. Now what I normally like to do, and I'm gonna use it right now, because what's great about this is this product is buildable. So if you feel like, you know, it's a day that I need more coverage, well, guess what? You can go back and add more. I'm just gonna go through and buff all this in again. That's what's great about this product is this liquid foundation is it really buffs and works into your skin. And I also like a more natural look. I don't want to look like I have a whole separate like makeup mask face on. Do you know what I mean? Like I just want it to look more natural. And always be sure to go down there. So if you felt, and I can tell you right now, like right now my skin is very dry. So I should have used moisturizer. Now what I normally do is I take my brush. This is how I normally apply it. So I tried the other way and it's not my favorite. So normally I put the drops right here on my brush. Good morning, Miss Katie. And I dab around. And then I buff. So you can do whichever one works for you, but I'm telling you right now, I think this is. What do you think moisturizer does, Mr. Ingram? I would guess by parts of that word, it has moisture in it. So it's going to moisturize your skin. Okay. And then you can let that sit. And then just be sure to go down this. Now, if you're wanting to try this, but any of the products you want to be color matched, we have a really easy way of doing that. So there you go. Did you miss anything good? So this is what I did today, Kelly. I tried, I had watched this gal the other day, and I tried her method of adding the liquid foundation. And I have to say, you know, by putting it on the face first, not a fan of that. I still feel that I like putting my drops on the brush, dabbing it on, and buffing it in. I just feel that that is what works for me. All right, so Cassie, that is all it takes for the liquid foundation. If your skin is oily, you want to not use maybe so much moisturizer if you use moisturizer in the morning. You want to be sure to use your toner, which I believe you use. And also what you're going to want to consider is right here. You're going to want to use the translucent setting powder. So we're going to give that a tap, and then I'm going to come in with the same brush that I use to apply my makeup, and I'm going to use the setting powder, and I'm just going to dust it off. I tell you, this brush gets so much accomplished. You could also use the powder puff brush. If you have the powder puff brush, I'm going to use that one right now. Then, yeah, this is, oh, I love it. It's so soft. Now, because I should not have used the liquid foundation on this, and I did, some of the hairs have fallen out. But you definitely want to be sure you're doing that. You go to the doctor for that, Anthony. All right, so there we go. You are going to get probably a medium coverage. Kelly, if you want a more like full coverage with the liquid foundation, what do? Have you mixed the concealer with the foundation? Because that I have not tried. All right, guys. So we're moving on. Now, the next part is the Busy Woman's Contour. And for that, we use Beachfront Bronzer. This is what I found yesterday that I absolutely loved. Where did it go? Oh, okay. So when we're using like some of the tricks for the foundation, for the contour, this is something I had not really considered. You add concealer. There you go. And it's a full coverage. Ah, see? Love that. Okay, that's exactly what I would have done. Something I was reading yesterday, because you've seen me do my Busy Woman's Contour, and I kind of do the same thing always. But what we really need to be looking at is your face shape. So if you have a diamond face shape, it's going to be different than a heart face shape, or an oval, or a round. Now, I was trying to consider like what my face is. And I feel like I'm between, I think I'm more round than oval. But they have similar but different applications. So like my sister's more of a square, but the round and the oval, the application is very similar. I'm gonna go with round because I feel like I am more round. So with the round face. So let me show you, and I simply got this from Pinterest. There you go. So you can look how you're different, like the heart-shaped is gonna be different than the oval and the round. I think I've been applying more like for the heart, like over the forehead, and I actually should not be. And this is why we're always learning. I look oval to you? Really? That's good to know. So what it says about the oval, you're gonna do the size of the forehead right here, and usually I think I bring it all the way up. Where'd it go? Sides of the forehead and below the cheekbones, which I always do. But now if you're round, it says to go under here. But hey, we're learning, right? I'm always learning. That's why I've said I am not a makeup artist. I just play and I learn and I Pinterest. You think I look oval too? Well, thank you. We're gonna go with oval. So we're gonna do the sides of the forehead. So I'm gonna look in my mirror. So we're gonna do the sides of the forehead here and then along the cheekbones. So before I was going all the way up, but it says the sides of the forehead and go into the hairline and then the cheekbones. I should have pinned up my hair. Now this, Kelly, let me show you what Kelly does. She takes her blusher brush and she brings it in like this, going right there with the cheekbone. So she gets it in there like really good. You see that? And then she pushes it up. And I feel like I have a hard time doing that. I'm gonna do the other side the way I normally do it. Just getting it in there. And then we're gonna make sure we wipe off our brush. Well, that is good to know because I always see myself as being round. And then we're just gonna kind of keep that in there, and then we're gonna use our concealer powder brush and work with that line of, what is it, Kelly? Demarcation. Right in here. So yeah, so that totally changes the way that we do that. So definitely fluff it up, baby. I know I try. Work it in there. I should have pinned my hair back. But when you do that, definitely go into the hairline. Okay. So I can see a difference and I can see why. And I feel now like my face looks a little bit longer, or is it literally just me? I need to see if I can find some bobby pins because this hair is about to drive me bonkers. This is why I pin my hair up every single day. Because I don't like to be driven nuts. So we're just gonna pull this up here. We're just gonna stick a big old bobby pin in it and call it good. You like that? Okay, where'd it go? There we go. All right, so that is something that was really helpful for me. I will post this in the comments when we're all finished because they show round and they show a square face and it's definitely different. So you definitely want to do what works for your skin type, okay? All right, so I do not know what we're doing for eyes today. If there's anything that you want to see personally for your eyes, let me know. I did look up some eye looks yesterday to use with palette 4 and palette 2, but until then, we're gonna do brows. Let's see, where is my spoolie? I cleaned all my brushes yesterday with our brush cleaner. Very proud of myself for that. Christine, I will get yours in the mail to you this week. All right. So we are going to use the Brow Obsession palette. Just remember the little tip is I hold it upside down. We've got to find our amazing brush that is all nice and clean. I'm going to use our Brow Artist brush. All right. There's a couple different ways to do the brows. I just am going to stick to what I've been doing, but I did find some great tips yesterday while looking, and basically it showed, we can just try it, how to make, work this first bottom line in to define that bottom line and then fill the rest in. Okay, and then we're just going to come in with the light, the number 1. And then just do your natural line. And kind of just fill it in. And then before I do that top line, I'm going to do what I normally do, and I'm going to brush the brows down. Because that definitely helps with that top line, because I want to just stay, I don't want to make them bigger. I just want to fill in my natural line. And the brows are looking pretty good right now because I just got them done last Friday. So this I'm pretty happy with. It does not take much for me to fill in or to work. I'm going to go back in with the dark and come in on the wing of my brow, and just that should be a little bit darker. There we go. And then be sure to brush it out. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're going to come in over here. I should just leave this brow, do my makeup, and then really show the difference of why brows matter. Should we do that? I'll give you a moment. I'll take a coffee break. Should we just do the one brow? Because I never really thought brows mattered before. I really never gave them much concern before we got this palette. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, I never did my brows before we came out with the brow products. Brows lives matter, right? You know what, Kelly, should I just do my one brow and then do my makeup and see the difference? I think I should. Can't be as bad as yesterday when I went to the grocery store with half the face on. So I just applied the wax, and then I'm just going to give them a little comb through And there you go. All right, what should we do for eyeshadow today? I don't know. Is there anything? Carrie, your son is on here wanting to buy some eyeshadow. He wants to know how much eyeshadow he needs for longer lashes. Oh no, I didn't. Oops. Yes, I did. Okay, so we're gonna leave, I'm gonna do that brow. So and we're gonna leave this one unfinished, and then we'll take a picture of both sides. But, I mean, seriously, look at the difference here. All right, so, I'm looking, so I found this really pretty look. I'm looking to see is there anything anybody wants to see that you want me to show right now that I can show? Because if there's something you want to see, I'd be happy to show it. I feel like I did not do enough bronzer on this one. And then Kelly, one thing I want to do today, and maybe while you guys are answering regarding the shadow, I will do that is, whoopsies, wrong one, is the way you applied your blush yesterday, I really, really liked. And I think I've been doing it, I almost just said a curse word. I've been doing it a different way. I've been doing like the apples of my cheeks. But I like what you did yesterday when you just went kind of like above. And I liked that. But I probably should have done that after I do my concealer. All right. So while you guys are trying to decide or give me any assistance in what you would like to see today in eyeshadow wise, I'm just going to apply my Victoria's Cream Shadow that is now in stock. Thank goodness. And before we do that, we're going to apply a little bit of eye primer. Hi, Olivia. All right. A little goes a long way. You do not need much. So I'm just literally going to put a little bit on my pinkies and put it on there. And you want to give it a minute to like soak in and dry. You do not need a whole lot. A little goes a long way. Less is more. All right, if you're popping onto this video, feel free to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. It's really kind of driving me nuts that the comments are from here down. Like Facebook, we need to work on that. Let's bring that down a little bit. I seriously think we should. And maybe I could just adjust my camera a little bit. Let's see if we can. There we go. That's better. All right, so we're going to use Victoria's Cream Shadow. I know who was I talking to yesterday? Adrienne. She said she feels like sometimes like her shadows aren't showing up as vibrant as they were on one of the pictures I shared. But what I do besides using the primer is I use the Victoria's Cream Shadow as my base most of the time. Okay, all right, here we go. Ugh, I got a hair, that's annoying. All right, so we're just gonna do a light thin coat here. This is also gonna be part of our highlighter so we don't have to use like a whole separate product. And this is just a great base that is just gonna, your shadow is going to stand out because it's got a brightness underneath it and it's got this nice clean palette. You've cleared your canvas. There we go. And yet, again, it doesn't take much. A little goes a long way. always be sure to come all the way down to your lash line. All right. There we go. And this is a product that literally is always, always right here on my makeup table, like always. We can maybe do like how we combined. Oh, you know what? Ooh, I know what I want to do. So I was watching, I think I mentioned this the other day, I was watching MasterChef. One of my favorite shows, but it was MasterChef Junior, which are the kids cooking. This gal, I think I'm going to do this today because this is kind of what I'm feeling. We're going to use a little bit, we're going to use the cream shadow, and then we're going to go in and use some of the eyeshadow, the press shadow. Did I say that word? Maybe it's just in my head. I like her, makes it look. I like her, make it looks every day. You like my makeup looks every day? Do you, Anthony? What's really funny is when he went to the dentist or something, he was telling his dental person, his hygienist cleaning his teeth, that I don't even remember the whole story, but that he knew where she could get longer, fuller lashes. Okay. This is my thought. She had a nice, clean, bright lid. And then she had just like, I don't even know what it's called. I don't think it's like a cut crease. Yes, Kelly. He's like advertisement. I should give him business cards. And what's funny is he's blind, yet he's the one telling people how they can get longer, fuller lashes. So she had a really beautiful, like, clean lid, and then she blinked or she did something, and it was like, whoo, it was like a little surprise right inside the crease. Just right there inside the crease, and it was really pretty. Let's see if we can recreate that. I'm going to have to go back and find the episode. You go to sell it. I'll have to start paying you commission, Anthony. So I am using Jubilant cream shadow on the lid right now. Hi, Amber. Okay. Now, so she had a nice clean lid, so that we have done. And I don't know if this is going to turn out the way hers did, but it was gorgeous, and it was just a little pop of color. All right, we're going to clean off the brush, put our Jubilant, and this is Jubilant. I don't know if I showed this. It's basically like a dusty rose. It went crazy wild and sold out, and it is back in stock, which is amazing because it is fabulous. So I just put that all on the lid. I hear him busting up and then hear your voice. He's been on the whole time. He actually called me wanting to know what time I was going to be on this morning. And he said, Alexa, here's your walking advertisement. He is. One of these days I'm going to have to put eyeshadow, do mascara on his lashes. He's got gorgeous lashes. Okay. So what I was thinking when I immediately saw the colors that she used, she had the nice clean lid, and Cynical was like the first shade that popped into my head. So we're going to use that. And I don't even know. Thank you for sharing, Amber. If you guys are popping on, feel free to say hi. Tell me where you're watching from, and then feel free to hit that share button. You can also hit the invite button, and then you can invite some friends that you think would maybe like this crazy lady showing how she does makeup. Okay. Now, if you're thinking, why does one brow look amazing and one look unfinished? That's because it is. Because we're going to take a picture, and I'm going to show that, you know, brows do matter. Real haggard, loving boys don't wear makeup. Real haggard, loving boys don't wear makeup. That is right. But I could do his lashes just one time. Okay, so I'm kind of nervous for this. So we're just going to give it a try, and we're just going to go lightly. But it was just definitely in the crease. Definitely you did not see it when you looked initially until she blinked or she did something, and then I was like, wow, did you see that pop of color? It was amazing. So we're going to just recreate that, and we're just going to start right here, and I'm just going to follow the crease, my natural crease, and I'm not going to like blend it a whole lot. But it was really pretty. And I am going to bring it down to this line here. See how it's just like a little surprise? And I'm just going to go really light. And then I will probably come in with my blending brush just a little bit to soften it. Kelly, is this a thing, or am I just like crazy? Because it's literally what hers looked like, and it just, like, I was like, ooh, that was pretty. All right. So we're just going to do a little pop of color right there, and then I am going to bring this blue down along under my lash line. I think I'm going to bring some of that dusty, that Jubilant, the dusty rose down in there too. I mean, if it's not a thing, it can be Carmen's thing, just saying. I've done that enough. There's no rules. Sweet. Well, I just know that, like, when her eye was closed, you did not really notice it until she blinked. And I was literally sitting there waiting for her to blink. I'm not going to lie. And this is when you definitely want to use the crease brush if you want to get, like, right in that crease line. And that's what I'm shooting for, so. And I'm just doing a little bit at a time. There we go. And then we will bring, I'm gonna get that Jubilant. I think I'm gonna bring just under the lashes just a little bit to give it a little bit of pink, because why not? All right. Hopefully I grabbed the right one. All right, so we're gonna get back. Where's my brush again? Sorry guys, didn't mean to bump you. All right, so we're gonna come in. I'm gonna use the side of the brush. I'm just gonna bring it under here a little bit. I'm so glad I pinned up my hair because that was so annoying. My hair, I cannot stand my hair on my face. It annoys me to no end. Okay, so now I now need to mark my brushes because now that I clean them, I always like to keep one for light and one for dark. Now they're all clean. All right, so I'm gonna use the same color and use it on my lower lashes. Let me turn this a little bit. I'm just gonna stamp it in, and I'm gonna make sure I go right there into that corner. I'm gonna keep it the darkest right here on the corner. Your class annoys you to no end sometimes, but sometimes. All right. Again, I always just like to go light. You can always layer more on. Now, I don't feel like she had this, like the shadow on the lower line, but I don't remember. All I remember is the pop of color when she opened her eye on her upper lid. That's like all I saw. I was like, what? That was gorgeous. Because you could almost do like a cut crease, really. You know, where you really cut in, and that's actually what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm going to add just another coat of brightness on top of what I did already. There we go. I like that. We're definitely playing today. Okay, now I was gonna go in with my blending brush. Maybe I will just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. But barely, barely, barely. Now, Kelly, would you do a highlight on top up here? Oh, can you hear that? Am I gonna get in trouble? I love me some country music. So that is just a really pop of color. I don't know if it looks like what I was saying, you know, from her. But it definitely, it's like a little bit of surprise, like you're not expecting it. So, but I feel like I do need some highlight above. So I am, or almost like a transition color, if you're feeling it. I gotta give me, I don't know. I feel like I need a little more darkness though. Like I feel like I need this a little more. All right. We're gonna use a little bit of highlighter. Or we can just do an extra coat of Victoria's. Juice it up. Should we juice it up with some shimmer? I don't have much shimmer on today. Because I don't feel like, I feel like her look did not have a transition color up above. But what I could do is just use that Victoria's and just kind of brighten it up some. And then we will bring some highlight right under the brow. How about that? That's what I'm feeling. Because we're just playing today. All right. Can you play some Johnny Cash? Aftertation to the middle, top finished. It helps me get longer, fuller lashes. You are such a goofball. This kid loves Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard. He is definitely an old soul. All right, so we are gonna get to juice it up a little bit, as Kelly calls it. I'm gonna use my angle shadow brush, and I'm gonna get a little bit of this Exhilerated, which is like a champagne, and we're just gonna use a little bit, and then I'm gonna go just right under from the middle of my brow bone down to the end. I'm just gonna bring a little bit up there. There we go. That's definitely gonna help the brow stand out more. And then we're gonna go over here and do the poor sad brow. Okay, now let's work on these longer, fuller lashes, because we all know that's what Anthony wants to see. All right, so I'm totally psyched about these pressed shadows. I was you could see I broke one. I broke one while traveling. I was very sad. I am in love with the pressed shadows. I've been very intimidated by them. I just realized what I did not do is I did not do what I love to do, and that is putting a little bit of shine on the inner corner. So again, I'm gonna come in with this Nude Champagne Exhilarated, and we're gonna put that right here. I'll just do the one eye, and then I'll show you what a difference it makes. Okay, there you go. Can you tell the difference? I mean, it really does make a huge difference. Look at that. And that just takes a little. Do you think that the longer and fuller, whenever you torture me in school, that the quesadilla, like 100 miles long? What? Your voice to text is not working very well, Sir Anthony. Okay, let's talk lashes. All right, so I have been using the lash serum. If you use the lash serum in the morning before your mascara application, you want to do a light thin coat of that, and then use a spoolie, or I have this one that I use in my bathroom that I use if I use it in the morning, and it helps separate the lashes and just kind of combs them out, because it will make it like kind of stiff, and you don't want that. So, okay, so we're gonna go in and pinch, and then I'm going to not pinch really hard. I'm going to raise it up halfway, and I'm going to hold it there for a minute. I had my blow dryer back. She got plugged in yesterday, and then guess who stole it? And I'm just going to let go and then do it a little bit more. Go just a little bit further down the lash. Yeah, Bryson was working on a paint project on a surfboard, and he stole it again. Right after I literally had just gotten hooked up again. So I'm just angling it up halfway, inverted, and then I'm gonna let it go and bring it just down a little bit. The best thing to do is warm this up a little bit with the blow dryer. And I would do that if the kiddo hadn't taken my blow dryer. Okay, now one thing I do like to do is I like to comb out my lashes. And yes, I close my eyes and kind of go use my sense of feel to do that. Going in blindly. Haha, get it, Anthony? All right, so today we are going to, my mascara has been sitting in a hot water bath. Good morning, Erica. All right. And obviously it does not stay hot long. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the One Step mascara first. And then we're going to go in and I'm going to use the 3D mascara on the tips. So we're going to wiggle and drag and then kind of roll it on. And I always do the back. I wonder if you also had borrowed to get some longer. I want to borrow your lashes. You've got amazing long lashes. I can definitely tell a difference using the lash serum. And I've only been back to using it for a couple of weeks, faithfully. So, okay. I gotta move this out of the way. And I did look up a couple of things that I wanna do this, maybe we'll try this tomorrow. Strobing is what they called it. There was a strobing and a baking, and I really wanna attempt both. I will have to read up more on it, but I love trying new things. Okay, we're just gonna roll. I can't talk while I'm doing this. I feel like I have to concentrate. All right, now we're going to use our brush again. We're going to separate them, but before I do that, I'm going to use, we're going to do a second coat. All right. I'm actually not going to do a second coat of the Epic Mascara because I'm going to come in with the 3D Mascara. All right. So I'm going to clean off my brush. Now, when you use the 3D Mascara, you want to have your fibers and your 3D Mascara opened up at the same time. I always open them up both and have them ready. So, all right. Now, I'm going to concentrate mainly. I'm going to put the mascara on all over, but when I go for the fibers, I'm going to concentrate mainly the tips of, and I'm going to do a light coat on the back. So I feel like those lashes right there have gotten kind of thick, so I'm just going to comb them out before I apply the fibers. Now when I do the fibers, I twist it coming out, I roll it on the back of my hand. And then we're just going to focus mainly on the tips of the lashes. And what I could do actually is just do one eye with the 3D Mascara and one eye with the Epic, and we can look at the difference. I think that's what I'll do. And I kind of just apply it till I feel like, okay, I don't think any more are going on. So there's the difference there. We're just going to let that sit. Then I'm going to go back to this eye, and I'm going to do just another coat of Epic Mascara. Now, these lashes are my bad lashes. I actually lost some of these lashes this last year. I went through like a, gosh, what is it called? Gosh, what is it? Like a shedding. Seriously, it was so bad. Like the worst one I feel like I've ever had, ever. All right. So we're just going to do the Epic Mascara on these lashes today. And then when you can definitely see the difference. My lashes look amazing, Anthony. Thank you. That's very kind. Anthony is cracking me up with his comments. He cracks me up every day. He is busting me up. What do you think, Anthony? Are they looking amazing? Okay, now we've got to come back and we're going to go on this side. Whenever you use the 3D Mascara, you have to gel, fiber, gel, always. His comments are funny. We call that blind humor. His, what am I trying to say? His humor keeps me going every day, and his stubbornness, because he loves the hammer. He loves when Mrs. Frank brings the hammer. And no, we're not talking about a literal hammer, people. I don't beat the child. Okay. There we go. So you want to be sure to put this final coat of gel is what is most important. Gel, fiber, gel. You got that, Anthony? So you can, I'm going to get him out there hustling. I'm going to have to get him some business cards. And then I'm going to let it dry just a little bit before I comb them out. Because like I really want to comb them out. But if you go in now and you comb it out, you're going to pull all those fibers off. Those, oh, they're beautiful. Thanks, dude. You're awesome. Good morning, Miss Lori. So, Lori, what I'm doing today is, number one, I did not do this brow. I did this brow. And then I used Epic Mascara here, and then the Epic and the 3D here. Now, if my blow dryer was in here, I would blow dry these lashes up, and then I would comb them out, but I do not want to go dragging this through yet. I want to give it some time to get those fibers to adhere on, because if you do light enough coats, you can actually go back and add more. So, okay, we're going to move on to our concealer technique. Okay, so I'm going to take our Skin Perfecting Concealer. If you need a concealer to cover up blemishes, you want a concealer that matches your foundation. Now, I am not looking to cover up imperfections or blemishes. What I'm using it for is to highlight under my eyes. So when you do that, you want to go 2 shades lighter. This, I believe, is only 1 shade, but it lasts a long time. Do you use an actual blow dryer? Yes. Do you want me to go next door and grab it and show you what I do? Because I can do that if you guys don't mind sitting for like 1 minute. I'll go get it and show you. Oh, girl, if they made an eyelash blow dryer, I'd be all over it. But no, here, hold on. I'll be right back. It's in Bryson's room. Okay. So here we go. Actual blow dryer. If they made an eyelash blow dryer, Amber, we should do that. Okay. So I put it not on hot. Don't do hot. It says cool. I don't do cool. I do more of a warm. And I put it on full blast and I just go like this. Look at that. And I just hold it under here. And then you could give it a cool blast if you want, like every now and then. Now, if you wear contacts, you probably want to be careful with this. It also feels very relaxing. And then I always finish it on cool. There we go. Boom, look at that. That's what I do. So if I had this here before I did, I would actually warm this up. Not hot. You have to remember this is going over your eye. You want it just warm, and to warm this up to where it almost acts like a curling iron. Nope, it does not dry out my lashes. Because when you're aiming it, you're not aiming it for the eye, you're aiming it like right above where it's like shushing up, you know, under your lashes. So it doesn't really go into my eye, but look at the difference. Did you bring the hammer on Bryson? I'm going to, because he keeps taking my blow dryer to do his art. Okay. But yeah, look. It makes a difference. I'm telling you, people. We're going to have to get him a dryer that he can use for his, because he uses it for his art. And he's working on a board, so. We're going to take just a little bit, literally, not much. And we're going to do underneath. Now, I'm going to use Kelly's idea. Kelly uses just this, but I feel like if I do that, like I feel that doesn't work for me. And you can totally do it that way. You got to do what works for you. Look how pretty she is. She got nice and clean yesterday. I'm just going to pack some of this on my brush. I like to let it on my hand and kind of warm up a little bit. And then we're just going to go right under our eye. Get under there, and then we're going to bring it down. And we're going to kind of go into the shape of a triangle. Now, I've been using Kelly's way that she does this and just brushing it down instead of doing like my line. And it's so much more easy to, and you do not want to go, basically you want to kind of go like this. You don't want to go down below here to where it goes into your blush, but you're basically making like an obtuse triangle, I think. Is that what it is, Anthony? We've been in 6th grade math. To where the bottom base is longer. And then we're just going to kind of brush it down. Okay, and then should we do this eye that has no brow or see what the difference is later on? I'm also, while we're here, I'm just going to, you look forward to seeing my longer fuller lashes after break. Okay, I will make sure they are perfect. They are every day though. I mean, really? I'm just going to use this along the bridge of my nose. And then a little bit right up here. Okay. Then we're going to go in here. All right. And then we're going to just drag it down. But Amber, that is the most amazing the brow kit, right? The brow tip. I've been doing the blow dryer thing for a while, except when it disappeared out of this room and it wasn't handy. All right. And then we're going to come up over here a little bit. All right. So we're able to use all that concealer so we don't let any of it go to waste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my beauty blender. I'm going to dip it in the water because Kara told me I was not dampening it. And dang phone ringing off the hook. I am still on. Now I'm going. And Kelly, I was just talking about your little tip that you do. I'm going to do it down my nose. And then I'm going to come in with my bronzer and get the side of my nose. Always over the Cupid's bow. And then right here. I love being able to take my time doing the makeup today. It's been fun. We're just going to tap, tap, tap away. Okay. So we've got that on under there. Now I'm going to take my powder concealer brush and I'm going to buff the concealer into the skin. And I'm just buffing it in, buff, buff, buff. This has been one of the most, I know I say this every day, and it's really, I just love this tip that I learned from Wayne Goss. Like, you know, I've told you guys, I'm not a makeup artist. I love learning things. I learn things every day. I watch my friend Kelly that's on here, who was a cosmetologist, or is one, for 26 years. So I love just learning new things and teaching myself new things and trying new things. I know this is way off the makeup subject, but I got to ask, what grade do you teach, and also what do you teach? So I'm not a teacher. What I am is I'm a special education aide, and I work in resource. So I work with kids that have learning disabilities, ADD, autism. That is part of my day. The other half of my day I spend with this amazing blind kid that you see on here. His nickname is Armpit. I work with him, so I'm also working with the blind. And next year I will be working with him full time because we are going to junior high. That's right, folks. Mrs. Frank is going to junior high. So we've got some big changes coming up. I'm going to take this and blot this off. We're pretty excited about that. So we're just going to dab off any excess, and then we're going to come in with our itty bitty beauty blender. So right now we're in 6th grade. Moving on. So yes, I have learned Braille. Luckily I can see the Braille, so it makes my life easier. But I've got to learn a lot. There is a whole new appreciation. So I'm just going to dab it on now. We're just continue to working it into our skin, going away. So yes, so that's what I do. So I have learned a lot. I've like learned to use an abacus. Who ever thinks they're gonna learn to use an abacus? I never would have thunk it. Never. And now I can do addition and subtraction and division and multiplication on it. Yeah, never, ever, ever would have thought that was going to happen. Plus, I get to work with an amazing family. They make my life much easier. Armpit. Yes, Armpit is his nickname. So there we go, guys. Okay, so I feel like our light has changed because we've been on here longer. Is it just me? It is hard. It is hard. It can be challenging. So now I'm just going to kind of blend it in, and then I'm going to come in with a little bit of bronzer and do just the side of my nose. So that's what I do when I'm not doing makeup. I don't feel I would retire from that anytime soon. His mom says I can't until he graduates high school. I have to stay doing what I'm doing, so. Okay, we're going to use some luminizer and we're going to get going. We've been on here a long time today. It's kind of awesome. All right, so we're going to use our Benevolent Powder Luminizer in our gorgeous, beautiful fan brush. And we're just going to dust it on here. And then we're going to go right here, right on that bone right there, because that's what we want to highlight. And then we're going to go on this side. Can you guys really think brows matter? Look at the difference. And then I'm going to go right here. Then on tip of our nose. Yeah, I tell you what, like we were at the hotel this weekend and you know, you see all this stuff in Braille, and I'm like, yeah, I can actually read that. I know what those letters mean, where before I never gave it thought. Like, I knew they meant something, but there really was no, like, I always thought, oh, that's cool that, you know, someone reads that. So the lipstick I'm going to wear today doesn't match a whole lot, but I'm going to show you guys because Hostesses are actually earning it free this month with a qualified party, and I love it. And it's actually one of the only lipsticks that I actually do wear. So I'm going to use Kelly's tip. Now that I put my concealer tip on, I'm going to go back in and I'm actually going to dot off some of that. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to put some blush very lightly up above, right above what I did earlier, and kind of break out that line. All right, so today's lipstick, Stuck Up. I love that name. But I actually think what I am going to do today, what I did not do yesterday, is I'm going to use a lip liner. It's not going to match perfectly, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I saw yesterday? Oh, I should have done that. I was going to do it. They said to use, to use the powder all over your lip and the primer, and it helps your lipstick stay on. I can't talk on doing this. All right. It's not going to match perfectly, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to come in with the Stuck Up. It's like a mauve brown. It's gorgeous. There we go. It's pretty. I love it, and it's moisturizing. Okay. Setting spray. All right, we're gonna give this a good shake. If you guys shared this video, thank you so much for sharing. Be sure to comment shared if you did. And I will be posting a picture so you can see how brows do matter. I feel like I'm a little lopsided here. Which one? This side. So you can always come back and add more. Why did you stop? All right, let's give her a good shake. Do you ever just sit and look and think, there we go. Did I, was I looking different then? I don't know. Okay, so the lipstick you can earn free this month only. I fell in love with this lipstick 2 years ago. And then I had that and we couldn't get it anymore. So there's the eyes today. Just something different. Thanks for playing around with me. And Crystal, I don't know if you noticed this, but look, we did not do this brow today. So we were talking about how brows matter. So there you go. I'll post a picture of each side and you can check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for staying on. Oh my gosh, we went so long today. We went 1 hour and 20 minutes. Crazy. So, all right. Well, you guys have a fantastic day. And it's Thursday. We've got another Friday. Yay. I will be back on here tomorrow morning. Same time. 8:30 whenever I get up and 1/4 after my coffee, whatever time that is. And then we'll be back to our normally scheduled program next week at 6 a.m. in the morning. So you guys have a terrific day. Thank you for watching. If you are a replay viewer, #replay, let me know where you're watching from. And that's it. One thing I wanted to share that I just remembered is I take all these looks that I do every day and I post them in my album called The Makeup Bag, where I have a link to the video. And I also have been trying to put a link to my lookbook to where you can go over there and check it out. So if you want to do that, feel free. But I will post that in my Makeup Bag album. Thank you so much for watching. Have a terrific day. Peace out.